Prince Charles rushes to see Queen at Windsor Castle after Prince Philip's death. Pictures. Prince Charles has rushed to visit the Queen at Windsor Castle following Prince Philip's death this morning. The Prince of Wales' car was pictured arriving at the Berkshire royal residence on Friday. Charles, 72, could be seen in the passenger seat of the silver Tesla as he rushed to support the monarch, 94, who is grieving for her husband. Sources said Charles travelled from his Gloucestershire home to visit his mother. Buckingham Palace announced the Duke of Edinburgh's death aged 99 in a statement just after midday. The statement said, "It is with deep sorrow that Her Majesty the Queen announces the death of her beloved husband, His Royal Highness the Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh. His Royal Highness passed away peacefully this morning at Windsor Castle. Further announcements will be made in due course." The royal family join with people around the world in mourning his loss. A framed notice was attached to the railings of Buckingham Palace for a short period but was taken down to prevent crowds from forming due to the pandemic. Members of the public have started placing flowers at the front gates of the palace and outside Windsor Castle, where Philip has spent much of the lockdown with the Queen. However, the government has warned people to continue following coronavirus rules and not gather at the royal residences. The Duke, the longest-serving consort in British history, had reunited with the monarch on March 16 after spending a month in hospital. The Queen and Philip spent much of the lockdown at Windsor Castle with a reduced household dubbed HMS Bubble. Prime Minister Boris Johnson led a flood of tributes to the Duke from figures around the world. Speaking from a podium in Downing Street, Mr. Johnson said, "He was an environmentalist, and a champion of the natural world long before it was fashionable. With his Duke of Edinburgh Awards scheme he shaped and inspired the lives of countless young people, and at literally tens of thousands of events he fostered their hopes and encouraged their ambitions. We remember the Duke for all of this and above all for his steadfast support for Her Majesty the Queen. Not just as her consort, by her side every day of her reign, but as her husband, her strength and stay, of more than 70 years. And it is to Her Majesty, and her family, that our nation's thoughts must turn today. Because they have lost not just a much-loved and highly respected public figure, but a devoted husband and a proud and loving father, grandfather and, in recent years, great-grandfather." Justin Welby, the Archbishop of Canterbury, said Philip was an outstanding example of Christian service. He added, "On the occasions when I met him, I was always struck by his obvious joy at life, his inquiring mind and his ability to communicate to people from every background and walk of life. He was a master at putting people at their ease and making them feel special." Philip spent decades supporting the Queen and completed more than 22,000 public engagements before his retirement in 2017. In a speech in 1997 to celebrate their golden wedding anniversary, the monarch paid a touching tribute to her husband. She said, "He is someone who doesn't take easily to compliments. But he has, quite simply, been my strength and stay all these years, and I, and his whole family, and this and many other countries, owe him a debt greater than he would ever claim, or we shall ever know." Tribute to her husband. She said, "He is someone who doesn't take easily to compliments. But he has, quite simply, been my strength and stay all these years, and I, and his whole family, and this and many other countries, owe him a debt greater than he would ever claim, or we shall ever know.